Look now. Like, what happens now? What happened there? I didn't even touch her either. She's gonna bounce off him like a pinball. And she lets. What's happening? I don't know what the anime is trying to do there. I'm rewatching it 3 times now. I don't understand what happened. Like, he didn't even do anything. Like, he literally didn't do anything. He didn't hit her with the axe. No, there's no animation of him actually hitting her with the axe. He literally sits there with his axe, right? And she comes flying at him. And you can see she misses with her sword. She hits him like next to him, right? She kind of thrusts next to him. And she's bounced on his body and flies again. He does not hit her with his axe. Nor does she hit him with her sword either. They both miss each other. But she kind of like bounces off him like a pinball. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and she wasn't running at him. She was just flying at him, you know, like no animation. It's so bad. Oh my god, this is probably the worst. I would say this is easily the worst animated fight I've seen this year so far. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. She just bounced off him. It's incredibly terrible. He's gonna smash her now. Yeah, oh, you're a fine woman indeed. This whole anime seems to be me like, I will make you join my harem when this is over. Like, every fight is like, this would be a nice addition to my harem. So yeah, this anime is about to just die, guys, okay? Completely. Like I said in the beginning, nothing is actually touching here. This doesn't make any sense to see it. And this whole episode is the same, okay? This is an ONSEN episode, but this is the worst ONSEN episode I've seen in years. And I mean, literally, talking about more in the review part, but seriously, guys, I mean, I've seen, you know, probably 1,000 different ONSEN episodes by itself, right? And of course you have varying different degrees of good or bad, right? This is an anime, it's so incredibly ecchi focused anime, yet ONSEN episode is like for half a minute, it's super pointing, and they censor everything. I'm like, what is this thing? It's like, he asked his lady immediately afterwards, and then they censor that too, and I don't know, it's terrible. Yeah, but then you get prescribed to figure it out. But this anime, the budget, I guess, died this episode. Yeah, they had like no money left. I was running a beer with a crystal. Yeah, and he can make his crossbow arm. He can make a mechanical cyber arm. We can make it a crossbow now. Why not? His powers are so random. He's like, that's what everything he wants, man. If he did autos mix up new powers every episode, yeah, it's like, oh. Then he got Muscle Mama or Oni or something. Is she a goblin anymore? I don't think so. I think she's Oni now. Yeah, I think so. She can rise to earth or something. Yeah, she's like a fighter. She got earth magic. Then he got his like blood mage. To save the lady. She's probably gonna get art soon. He's probably gonna enslave her to make it one of his many wives, right? Yeah. Yeah, she figured out that disgusting ogre dude is. Man, animation of that cat is super ugly. It's pretty low animation fight here. This is the first real opponent. Yeah, maybe. She looks actually somewhat competent for once. He's like, I will definitely smash her soon. Like, I'm just looking at him like, oh, I'm gonna smash you. Like, what happened? Man, that's animation. What? And suddenly some random woman just grabs her. What was that? Like, the animation was like, run, run. What was that? Let's read. The animation is terrible. So she's like charging against him, right? With the undead and so on. They give her like a speed buff. But she basically didn't run. She's gonna like, flies forward. I don't know. It's super strange. Yeah, she gets like a buff now. But here, look at this. They don't animate her. She's gonna flies forward like a bowling ball. And look now. Like, what happens now? What happened there? I didn't even touch her either. She's gonna bounce off him like a pinball. And she lets. What's happening? Me, something like that. Yeah, charmed eyes. She also got like ice magics, but she's like a vampire goblin because that's a thing in this anime. Yeah, she turned into like a blood mage now. I don't know. So far, nothing is challenging for these guys. It's a little too easy for them, yeah. Okay, so someone's like a giant dragon, I guess. Light dragon at him. He's just gonna tank it because he's so manly. He's just like, don't worry, lady. I won't let you die. And every fight for him is like, I'm gonna smash you soon. Yeah. Every fight for him is like, I will Stockholm Syndrome you, lady. Yeah. Yeah, he did like 3 different shields at the same time. No problem. Yeah, 3-layered shielding. Yeah. Well, they're like, yeah, whatever. It's ogre. It's like, I like it. No one's impressed by him. No one gets like, yeah, whatever. He does this every time. Yeah. Yeah, now he's like, I got another wife. My God, that is so terrible. He's like, another wife to my collection. Finds him like picking up another wife, you know, in the worst way possible. He's like, yeah, I defeated you, lady. Time for another waifu. Yeah, it's like, don't stop. Yeah, this whole anime is him R-ing people. Yeah, these whole anime is him R-ing everyone. So yeah, he defeat. I mean, the whole fight was him like fighting the paladin lady, being like, "Oh yeah, another wife for my collection." See, and then they all get Stockholm Syndrome too. This is the most hand anime ever. He beats the paladin lady up, enslaves her, and then she has Stockholm Syndrome, right? I guess immediately in the next day. Yeah, he's probably very good in the bedroom. Yeah, because they all got Stockholm Syndrome after 1 minute. Yeah, if I saw more humans. Well, I mean, it's Stockholm Syndrome, yeah? The lady is like, oh no! And he's like, yeah. But the whole fight is him like, yeah! Picking up another wife! He's like, yes, yes. Okay, so now I meet some new human here. With talent. Okay, so he's like a talented human boy. Oh, she's thirsty again? Yeah, for some reason, they just wanna smash all the time. This is written by like a 12-year-old. This anime. I want to have your baby. What? After you used yeah, yes, that like this anime is crazy, man. Like every scene, either he's like ordering someone, they get Stockholm Syndrome for him, or they want to take an onsen. I'm calling. It's a an onsen. You're being invaded. It's hot springs with water. Onsen episode. Yeah, they're finding an onsen. He's like onsen episode. Yes, onsen episode. Onsen! Yes. Fuck out. It's gonna be an Onsen episode! He's just like, yeah guys, Onsen! He's Japanese, they love the Onsen, man. The girl's like, what? He's like, Onsen! Onsen! Oh my God, it's gonna be so much better. Yeah, the old man is like, yeah, you know how that guy goes. No, they're all doing, all the waifus are doing this like train thing. But they're all washing each other, all of them. All the human, the elf slaves, the ogre slaves, all of them. Yeah, and they're all, and everyone is gigantic oppies. Man, this scene here, yeah, like this scene here, this anime is so fan servicey. But it'd be so weird too, because he basically takes every female and arts them and then they love him. But they also love each other, yeah, they're like, oh, you're so beautiful. Yeah, they all stick together, like, just batting each other. But yeah, it's a very important anime episode. I mean, every anime needs to have an Onsen episode. If anything, I'm surprised the anime hasn't had a beach episode yet, right? Yeah, I'm like, okay, here we go, finally, an Onsen episode. I am surprised though we didn't see the new wife, not new victim, the new wife. I like that chessboard. I like how Ogre shit a checkboard. He's trying to do chess or something. Yeah, he's not very smart. He's a muscle man. Yes, he's a muscle head. Poor guy. The Goblin used to have pretty good strategies. I don't know why. So this red top guy is gonna be the cool hero guy. Maybe he's gonna get the red top lady then. Suddenly this human guy's like, this guy is cool, yeah, he's like, I like you, bro. I guess he's him, I guess. Or he buffs him? I don't know. He's like, yeah, let's go, bro. Yeah, like, it's like, I like you, you got spunk though. You have a good spunk. And I'll kick your ass, yeah, okay. He had no chance and he's just like, can I fight him too, bro? Well, he's more like, yeah, Ogichi. Yeah, they're kind of similar. He's like a human version of him. He's got red hair. He got red hair after all. It's these red tops, yeah. He might. I think he's gonna get the red wife because they got the red enslaving everyone. It's not the same thing though. He's like, I'm from a multicultural background. Yeah, but this guy's having slaves. It's not the same thing. But okay, he wants to get hired though. I like he's already a slave. Like, I want to work for you, bro. He's like, yeah, I have already enslaved you though, so you're working for me. He's like, well, you're already a slave though. I guess he's gonna hire him now because he likes him then. It seems really strange though. He's like, I want to work for you. He's like, yeah, you already work for me. You are my slave. I was gonna see. I told you guys gonna pair up with the red one because they bought the red hair. See, this Pokemon man. They bought 5 Pokemons. It's like, yeah, this can teach you how to fight like a 5 Pokemon. You can have my daughter because you're an ogre. It's not allowed to have. Yeah, humans can't marry elf girls. But you can marry my, yeah, you can get me because you're an ogre. It's fine. That's even stupider. So let's review it. As you say one thing before, is that it's something weird right now on the servers where I live. I guess so, or maybe it's due to servers because I uploaded the episode of Chillin in the new ISEKAI right before this thing, so you guys are interested. Very, very dramatic twist suddenly. So absolutely best episode for that anime. But anyway, after that, now I can't like get internet to work here. So this episode now, you watching me now reviewing. Maybe this is 3 hours later. Maybe it works fine, but I can't do any shorts. But for me, it's like YouTube is down, Twitter is down, Discord is down. So and I still got internet, right? So it's not my internet. It's like some servers, I guess. Maybe some being I don't know what's happening. But it seems that several different sites are currently down, at least. So who knows? This review might be up. But I mean, I managed to upload. But I got a weird. So I managed to upload the last YouTube, right? But I got a really weird message from YouTube that I've never seen before. It's like this is fine now or something. So it didn't happen normally. Whatever, I digress. But I pointed out here, this review might be like 5 hours later than or maybe worse than. Anyway, I would say this is probably the worst episode so far, honestly. The animation, I think the body analysis is dying, right, you know. The fight, as I showed in the beginning of the video, the fight is just terrible. Like, this is like nonsensical, it doesn't make any sense, right? She kinda just... I mean, first she buffed this paladin lady, whenever she's Crusader, to run faster and so on, like a speed buff, sure, haste buff, whatever. But the next frame after she was running, she was just like floating. She was just like, you know, like that, yeah, it didn't make any sense. And then she like into him, and she just bounced off him like a pinball, like a Sonic thing. Like it was so weird. He just stood there like with the axe. He didn't swing at her, and she didn't thrust him. They both missed each other, and they were like did this thing, and it was just really, really terrible. That genuinely was the worst fight thing I've seen this year. Except I don't know. I think this year because, of course, I've seen worse. I've seen X-Arm and so on. These terrible animes, right? But you know, but from like a short frame there, that was just really terrible. It felt like. Instead of animating 2 characters, they just took 2 like CGI things, just made them do this thing or something. Yeah, it was really terrible. And the whole episode looked at this. I mean, this here isn't actually animation. Right? This is like a still frame where, of course, you see like the hand, and then you do this like speed lines, right? But this is an actual still frame. So instead of these guys fighting in an anime, it's like 4 or 5 different still frames, right? It's like 4 or 5 different frames of them fighting. But there's actually no animation in between, right? So you swap between the still frames. So it looks somewhat impactful, but it looks really shitty, of course. Indeed. So this episode, I would say, is where the budget fell massively. Not that these animes have really high budget before this thing, but this episode here was incredibly noticeable. Not only with the Crusader thing, but the whole episode just felt like, meh. I mean, honestly, even the onsen bit, and I mean, yeah, it's an onsen episode. Even that felt disappointing, and I mean it, right, you know. And we have to review, of course, the onsen bit, how many titties were it. But seriously, even that was pretty bad because I mean, this is an anime where the main character meets up with a female paladin, and he's immediately like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna R her and make her my wife." Like, that's immediately what this guy said, and he does too. So I mean, that's the storyline, right? And so the onsen episode, or the onsen bit, I mean, this is an onsen episode after all, and so it's could expect to be more. Yeah, honestly, the onsen was terrible. That was its point, yeah, because obviously you expect this anime to have an insane onsen episode. I mean, we just had him R-ing this noble lady, right? We still have an R scene. Of course, it was censored, but it had an R scene, right? And I've seen, you know, whatever, slime, Marin behind me, whatever, Konosuba. I mean, you can find any different, like, basically every other goddamn anime have an onsen episode, right? Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, right? They all got the, you know, beach or onsen or both, right? Nisekoi, whatever, yeah, they all have the onsen episode, you know what I mean? And yet this anime, yes, of course, there was like 6 ladies naked, straight up, right? And you saw the butt cracks or whatever. So it had a little bit fan service. But honestly, this is probably the worst, most disappointing onsen I've seen in a long time. Given, you know, how this anime is very, very mature otherwise, right? Given how this anime is so incredible, you know, sexual based otherwise. Episode 3 with the Dryad, right? Where he went Super Saiyan, Uber PP, and F the Dryad lady, right? That scene was like incredibly visual, incredibly graphical, right? And it went on for like 10 minutes. And so you expect an onsen episode, right? In this anime, where again, it's a lot of R jokes and R scenes or whatever. You expect the onsen to be like for several minutes and basically show you everyone's tapas, more or less, right? I mean, and honestly, like, it sounds like a weird review, but seriously, the onsen to me was very weird because, yeah, it was only for like, wasn't even for a minute. It was like a huge team when she found the onsen, and it was like, yeah, let's do one onsen episode, and it was like 5 minutes of the actual story around it, but it was incredibly weird little fan service, but yeah, it was like, oh, here it is, and they had one single joke, and so on. So it really was disappointing. Like I haven't seen an ONSEN episode be so bad in so long, given the context of this anime otherwise being very, very etchy and so on, right? But I think it's come back to what I said earlier, right? That the whole episode, every fight scene was like in really bad episode. Yeah, much worse than previously. And also it's the same thing. They're like, oh, here's an onsen scene, but we don't have any budget, so we can't animate all the girls and they're running around in the bikinis or whatever. So we have one scene of them all washing each other's back, and that's it, yeah. Because it literally only was one scene with the ladies. It wasn't even, it had 3 different, I guess, angles, right? But it's only one scene, right? Incredibly short also. Sounds like the worst review ever. No, but seriously, but I think it all comes back to that I guess they just didn't have money, right? Because they clearly could have done like 10 more minutes of onsen, or at least show the new lady. That honestly surprised me. They have him, you know, conquering this like paladin noble lady, right? And then this guy's also like with the nobles, and there's a lot of human nobility. Yet she wasn't even shown in the onsen, even though she was the latest wife. Every episode up to this point, the new wife gets gang, you know, into the whole gang and the group of ladies, right? So it felt like they didn't have money to like show them. Yeah, it was really weird. It feels like, I don't know, Dopper's anime, but honestly, that was super surprising. We get an onsen episode, all the new ladies aren't there, the new wife doesn't get the screen time, they kept away him doing it with the new lady, all the fights were still frames, the fight for the Fagin, the body they completely died. It was like, we don't have any money anymore. It felt like they ran out of money, yeah. They were like, onsen, okay, we have no money anymore, so... Yeah, there was one. Okay, it's true. Actually, yeah, giant muscular lady had one scene too, a little bit, but she got censored though. Yeah, she was sitting in the onsen completely covered, so she had one scene too, but that was like completely 100% censored, so that was pointless. It's like the world most naughty review ever now. No, but seriously, I mean, I don't want to be the guy being like, okay, I'm gonna review how itchy this is. That all this matters, right? But I think that for an anime though, there is etchy focus, right? And this is an anime that clearly is a gory, etchy focus anime. Let's be honest, right? It's a, of course, it's an isekai power anime, but you get a point. It's a very, very etchy focus, with every episode having him, you know, conquering a new wife. You know what I mean? And then, of course, in this case, I feel like, yeah, no, this is important. You can't just cut away all the etch stuff and also the fights, right? Then what's left, right? You know, like but because honestly. This is my last point, of course. I might as well read the book here instead. Yeah, because if you're gonna remove all the fight scene and have all the fight scenes are still frames now instead. It's like the girl flying, you know, it's just still frames, right? Incredibly terrible. And then we have the etchy scene in the onsen episode, but all the females are just like haha, and they're censored away, and half the female more than shown. And I was like, what's the point of watching an anime if you remove all the etchy scenes and all the fight scenes, and it's an etchy power anime, an isekai? They don't think it has, right? This storyline is terrible in anime. It only has these gory scenes, like the fight scenes, and the gory, weird sex stuff. And if you remove those two things, then you left with still frames to give you nothing. Like these anime, I guess, run out of budget, and now it's just pointless to watch it. It's might read the book instead, because it's like, oh yeah, here's like a still frame. It was terrible. Terrible also episode, and also terrible fight scenes. Like what's left of the anime then? It's just like still frames of the written text. Might read the book instead, yeah. It's crazy. And if you can subscribe to have a great day.